Hello, this is Omega Chaos here, and we are playing a new game of Hearts of Iron 4 as Sweden. We are going for an achievement called the Northern Lights. As the Northern Lights, the achievement, we will be conquering or puppeting. Puppeting is when you control another country's government. You will be puppeting Norway, Finland, and Denmark. And so far, we want to flip fascist probably too, because fascism gives us the ability to declare war quicker, and it also gives us the ability to raise our manpower. So first I'm going to group our soldiers up in Stockholm and set up a kind of general army for us to have in this area of Stockholm. And also we got to set up our science so we know what we are researching. So we want to research most likely industry is the best way to go in the beginning of the game. You want kind of like a research time, because research time helps you research everything. And industry, definitely industry. You always want production, like that. We can hold off on construction one for so far because we got that. And I think we should also focus on the beginning of our military. So, in this achievement, we'll be hopefully forming a kind of Scandinavian union, which Denmark once had in the past. So, right here, we want to see our civilian factories. I want to see how many civilian factories. We have we have six civilian factories. That's great. That's fun. And we don't have that much industrial capacity. That's great. We're going to be having some fun here. So what I think we should do as this nation should do, I'll build a civilian factory here. And I'll try to get it up to around 10, 2, 3, 5, right there. I can use that one. Actually around 12. I'll add 2 right here. Next, we want to add some military factories to our queue. So we'll add 2 here. So, okay, let me explain. Civilian factories help build your nation up. You can build infrastructure which help your troops be transported across your nation quicker, and also supplies your soldiers, because everything comes from your capital, or that's how the game thinks. So as the more infrastructure you have from your capital to an area, like if I had more infrastructure from my capital to, let's say right here in the northern Swedish area, Lapland, you would, like from here, 10, 10, 10, you would be able to get soldiers here very quickly, and you'd have great, you can hold a lot of troops there. Airports are for air units, which we'll be showing soon. Anti-aircraft guns. It kind of repels bombings, because, you're going to get bombed because everyone has an air force kind of in this game. Naval bases increase how far your navy can go. I'll get into that eventually. Land forts. Land forts are for defending areas on land. See how you can build a land fort here, and you can only build coastal forts here. Land forts defend from land attacks, while coastal forts defend from coastal attacks. And finally, you can convert military factories to civilian factories, but you don't usually do that unless you are the United States of America, because you start off with a huge ton of civilian factories and nothing else. And then you have naval dockyards, which helps you build up your navy. So we have all of our civilian factories being used. Well, you can only use 15 at a time, but you can use 15, 15, 15 if you have more than 15. Next, after civilian factories, we probably want to focus on our production of military units. And we have a total whopping 3 military factories, while Germany starts with something like 40. So I think we should focus on our infantry equipment first, and supplying our troops infantry equipment. And I don't know if we should do support equipment currently. I'll exit that, and I'll cancel that. And Navy, do I really want a Navy this early in the game? Why don't I just build convoys? Convoys help supply your troops and help you get trade into your nation. Trading in this game, you don't trade. You don't have an economy, kind of. You don't have an economy, but you trade away your civilian factories for goods. So let's say, we got our own special names for these things. Some countries don't have special names, but us, the great Sweden nation, have our own names. So we'll put some convoys, and we'll build up our convoy fleet. So we have very low manpower. You see right here, 8,000 people. That's not a lot. That's like we're using 1.5% of our 6 million people. That's like a Like 60,000. No. 1% of yeah, around 60,000. That's not a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of troops. I want to check our so right here you can check your unit structure. So we're using what are we using for our units? I'll check that once they get all grouped up. Maybe I should start. Well, I've been kind of blathering. Actually, I probably should get some. What are we lacking right now? Oil. Who cares about oil? Right here, so you can trade for equipment. Like I could trade America for some oil. Or I can, like, you click on the nation and you trade away one civilian factory for 8 of any resource, unless the nation doesn't have 8. Let's say if I traded down here, if I ask Canada, I'm like, hey Canada, can I have some oil? And I traded them one factory, they would give me one oil, which is pretty lame, in my idea, what I think. So I'm thinking, because we're going to be going fascist, we should actually ask Venezuela for some oil. Yeah, well, now with the current times, currently they're in a very not nice place. So, okay, so how can I explain this? So national focus. Your country can focus on one thing. Like, if you go to, like, let's say the Soviet Union. So if I look at the Soviet Union and their national, hi Joseph, if we look at their national focus, they got their own cool tree for this. They, like, finish the 5-year plan, yeah. They got Stalin Constitution, they have, like, transpolar flights. These are all cool things. The Great Purge was not that great. Like, if you went to, like, any great nation, Russia has it, German, Britain, France, Italy. Italy's not that great. United States, for some reason Poland does, because Poland can do all sorts of fun things in this game. And Japan. They are the only nations with their own kinds of military, or the kinds of national focus trees. Now, there's two kind of generic national focus trees for nations that are not those countries. So we get the we have a one where we get 2 research, like on some of them. Right here, which one is it? Right here, you'd get an extra research slot, but not right now. You have to, for us, we have to get above 50 over here. So I think we should start off with a political effort, because we are going to go fascist. So if we want to get as fast as quickly as possible, low manpower, 8,000 people is not too bad, not too shabby. Oil, did I trade? Venezuela, yeah. That should be next turn. That should be happening soon. So our leader is Per Albin Hansen. He's a nifty man. So my idea is that once we go fascist, we will go extensive conscription and get 5% of our 6 million people, and we will change out of this. So this economy, 30% of our civilian factories goes towards building stuff, like just building random things. So right now we want to probably go into war economy, whereas the least it's about 15%. But total mobilization kills your military. So let's begin. I'll bump the speed up to a 3 because this computer is nasty. It's a crappy computer. Okay, we'll go to there. That's 4. Oh crap. So right there. So if we click on our unit, like right here, we can see that it's not my favorite kind of unit. Oh yeah, I wanted to check our unit. So this will be, I guess, will be our main unit. He's got some support artillery, some engineer company, and recon. These are support. These help you fight. They just make you better. This unit right here, we are going to get rid of him. We do not want this unit anymore. It's small. It's useless. Cavalry is useless in this game unless you are suppressing unhappy populations, but that's only when you're at war. So I wonder what Germany took for the beginning of their game. How is Germany going to start the... Oh god, they're going straight for the Rhineland. So in history, they militarized the Rhineland, and France got mad about that, but they didn't do anything. But I guess that will happen. So I don't know who should go for first. Should we go for Norway or Denmark? Or Finland? Well, Finland might actually get attacked by Russia, so that's probably 13 to 26 units. How many do we have? We have about 31. Denmark has 5. You could just add 4 plus 6 and get 10, or you could just do, you just know that 5's in the middle. 6 to 13, that's 19. 19 divided by 2 is around 9.5. And Finland has about 13 plus 6, 26, 39, about 20 units. So that's not bad. We are the strongest of the nations. Oh yeah, I wanted to check our natural resources. So Sweden, and historically Sweden was a very neutral nation in World War II, and everyone envied their anti-aircraft guns, and they envied their kinds of machinery. Like, but Sweden also had a lot of wood, and they had to convert to wooden kind of energy because Germany was starving them out. So, 62 steel up here. It's 70 tungsten. Tungsten's useful for tanks. So is chromium. Uh, Steel for the down here. Yeah, we got lots of steel. So we'll probably be trading that to our allies soon enough. I hope, like, I don't know, should we make our own faction or should we join the Axis as the great Swedish nation? And I wonder what our name changes to, because everyone's name changes. Like, this will just be Germany or something if it wasn't the German Reich. Like, Turkey turns into the Neo-Ottoman Empire, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm sorry my computer's so slow with this. I'm just having my units group up in Stockholm, the capital of our great empire. And, we have a fleet. I did not know this. Oh, we got a cool fleet here. Oh, we got a few cool fleets. Let me group those up. We got, oh god, we got some heavy cruisers here. Good thing these things require no upkeep. Come here to our, just come here, yep. And we'll group up our navy. Oh, we got a very high national unity. That's very surprising. And, oh yeah, we have, as Sweden, we started off with this kind of, if Sweden is to be like a tiger on the prowl, then those who spy on us must not know what we do. In these times of conflict and strife, it is the patriotic duty of every Swede to keep silent. And neutral foreign policy. Neutrality is sometimes viewed as a craven stance, but this nation trusts that when the dust settles, those who do not take sides may be better off than those who did. Join faction tension limit 100%. Send volunteer tension limit 20%. Guarantee tension limit 100%. Guaranteeing a nation, we won't do that. Send volunteers. We might send somebody to Spain to help fight in their revolution that's going to be coming up. And join faction tension limit. That's not going to matter. We're going to form our own faction. So, as soon as we go fascist, we can, oh god. Oh god. So the game wants me to be building, stuff for my units right now, military stuff. Like, infantry, so we're lacking everything right now. We're in a crappy place for military. Like, we're like lacking towed artillery, support equipment, infantry equipment. That's why I want to go around. Does Sweden have any corps up here? Maybe I'll just take this from them. Is there any, there's tungsten up there. So if I take this coastline from the Norwich, then I'll get tungsten and steel. I won't get their population, though. Their population will not help me in military endeavors whatsoever. Finland has steel, chromium. Nothing here. How about up here? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, you're very bland, Sweden. Steel. No. Nothing. That's not very fun. Sweden, you're quite... Or Finland, you're very lousy. And Denmark's just a crappy place in general. Well, how's Iceland doing? Very nice. Well, Denmark's a crappy place back in the day. Today they're like a socialist utopia, which Bernie Sanders loves, but no, I'm not talking about that. Oh, do we have an air force of any kind? I guess we do. We got some naval bombers, 12 of them. Oh, these little happy guys. I'm gonna put them back in reserves because they're using up my my manpower up here. Not like it matters. We have no manpower what to do with. Close air support and fighters, huh? Those can go back too. You guys can all go sit in your corner. Have fun in there. Sorry if my game's a little slow. My computer is pretty crappy, and I hopefully will be upgrading it soon enough. But until then, we can just watch how our country unfolds. Let me put up the speed a bit. Uh, this game can be boring in the beginning, but once we start getting into the war and you get to watch like Germany fight against you'll see them quickly either quickly take France, or France will just like stab them in the back while they're attacking Russia. In this game, Germany is very stupid, very stupid. Like, no one is stupider than Germany. Like, they'll eat Poland pretty quickly, and then Russia will take the other half of Poland as they did in history, because Russia had all of this in history. Russia conquered this. There's some books on how Lithuanians were sent to like camps up over in like the middle of nowhere and forced to farm on goop farms, which is terrible. And then the rest half of Poland will go to Russia, and that will be like Poland will just be separated. And then Russia will probably declare war on Finland eventually, or not, because sometimes that doesn't happen. They'll gain cores on these little provinces right here. So cores are cores are just things. How can I explain them? If a country has cores on something, they can attack it for free, or like have an easier time declaring war on it. Like they can attack this. They can like this will become their core. This will become their core. It's just a whole bunch of uselessness. Actually, it's not that useless, because it's only Finland's only port to the what's this sea called? It's called the Arctic Ocean, I think it's called. And then there's down here I think they have a core in this too. And this is very important to Finland because it boasts quite a bit of population for them. Because if you look at Finland's population, 600,000 there, 1 million there, 800,000 there. Never mind, I thought that was a bit more. Well, it's actually the only strategic thing it has is that it's very, very close to Leningrad. Like you can see Leningrad from your border. It's like that was like once the capital of the old Russian Empire. Once it was called St. Petersburg. So, once events start popping up in Europe, we'll see like Germany. You'll see the militarize the Rhineland, and then you'll see them like annex Austria, because Austria just loves being annexed by Germany. And then Czechoslovakia will fall to Germany. Hungary will grow and become Germany's little baby kind of bitch state. And then Yugoslavia will fall. They'll all fall to Germany. Then the Soviet Union and United Kingdom will be left to fight them. Also, soon enough, Japan will be declaring war on China. But, you know, we can't see that. We're all the way in Europe. We're not supposed to be looking over here. That doesn't matter. No one cares about you, Japan. You're sitting in your corner over here. Stay in your corner. United States, they're kind of important to us because they provide the oil for us to fight, or the United Kingdom to fight, or everybody. Because if you look here in Houston, Texas, you see 580 oil. Why does one country get that? Like if you went to war with Germany in World War II, they were building synthetic factories. I don't think they needed too much oil from the United States. And I'm pretty sure Africa had some oil too, like Saudi Arabia. No, sorry, I guess they do have some oil. That's quite a lot of oil if you're asking me. Iraq, do you have anything? 22, I think you have 10 up here. Yeah, okay, Iraq, you're not totally useless. Ooh, Iran, you're boasting some oil over here, boasting more than Iraq. Ooh, you're boasting more than like Arabia and Iraq and probably the British Raj combined. But Russia's got some nice oil. That guarantees that the communists will live on with oil. Romania has oil. How does Romania have oil? They're in Europe. Europe does not usually technically have oil unless, I don't know, you're Austria or something, or Hungary or Poland. I don't know. Oh, they must build synthetic factories. Or research did. Why is there a dot? What is this? What is this? What is it? Oh, we're sending supplies. Has our army combined yet? We have 12 units? I thought we had 27. Oh, that's counting our navy. Oh, that's crap. That's crap. Oh, God. This is a terrible army. I don't like you. You can, you're, form an army under, ooh, we got some generals here. So, Erik af Entholm, with his, nifty hill-fighting attack stuff. And we got General Falk Hogenberg, or Hagenberg, or I don't know how to pronounce the double O, Commando. So, commandos out of supply, if they're like entrapped or running out of supply, they'll fight better. And then if you're a hill fighter, you fight better in the hills. So we're Sweden. Take that guy. You know, we're going to be out of supply. You know, it's cold up here. We're cold people. So we'll so I'm thinking that, oh, what's this? Is this their strength? Why is their strength down? So I guess I'll change them into different units. So I'm going to change them from these crappy militia round, whatever this is, with the cavalry and that, into, we'll change them into some army Forgenlening, or something of the sorts. So we're going to need 10,000 more people. 22,000. Oh, we can't do that. 5,000 infantry equipment. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait a bit. Maybe we should just invade Denmark or something. Get on the border down here. We'll fight them soon enough. Can we not draw a front line? Oh, we can just draw one right here. Yeah, we're gonna put you all right there. We'll blitzkrieg them soon enough. Okay, guys, that is it for my first video of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the Sweden Northern Lights achievement, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are, and see you next time.